Formula One coverage on ESPN is presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Alrighty, hello, welcome in to another watch party. Jared, see you in the chat. Verstappen needs a great start. Well, he's qualifying on pole, but the problem is Lando has to finish P4 to win the championship, or P3 or better to win the championship. So there's got to be a lot of things to go in Verstappen's favor. Not only can he just win, he's got to pray that people mix it up with Lando and put the P4 spot. It'll be interesting. They asked Verstappen before the race. They said, what's your plan for today? You're going to be playing any games? And in total Verstappen style says, no, I'm just going to go dominate the race and hope for chaos behind me. and then frickin' Zach the Clown Brown said instantly, are you guys, or they asked him, are you going to do anything to benefit one driver or the other for the championship? And he said, well, we're going to let him race it out until it gets to a point where it looks like it's only going to be swayed into one person's favor. Then we'll make decisions from there. So basically what they're saying is they're just going to have Piastri pull over and let Lando win the world title. It's kind of fucked up. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting race. I heard some strategies that Tsunoda, they were going to put him on some, like, really like high push strat to be able to maybe get in mix with the McLarens or the Ferrari or the Mercedes to try to mix it up there to try and maybe slow them down. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of hard to medium strategy with a one-stop or two-stop. It's gonna be an interesting race. It's gonna be a very interesting race. I think Verstappen wins the race. I just don't see how he can win the world title. We need George Russell to do something crazy. We need a good start by Leclerc is gonna be dog shit. The Ferraris are dog shit. I don't know what they're gonna be able to do to mix it up. Piastri, it already sounds like if he's cooked, they're just gonna make him pull over anyway. Does he abide by it? I don't know. I don't know. And then Tsunoda. What does Tsunoda do? Does he do some crazy strategy? It's gonna be interesting. Gonna be an interesting. Do you have the race pulled up, Jared? Are you watching it?
Yuki Tsunoda in the top 10 ends a run of 6 Grand Prix without a Q3 appearance, alongside the man who takes his place next season.
This should be a fun one.
Esteban Ocon starts 8th alongside Gabriel.
Tsunoda started P10. I don't know really what he could do to attack him there. Alonso's gonna be a non-factor. Leclerc's gonna be a non-factor. It's really just Russell, Piastri. You have to finish ahead of Lando. That's what has to happen. Like somehow, some way. Maybe somebody wipes out Lando on lap 1. That's all we can pray for, right?
Very soon, it's time to stop all the preamble.
Yeah, I only got like 1 hour of sleep, Jared. After I got off the phone last night, I ended up going for a run and then like wired for like 3 hours. And I went to bed at like 3 this morning. Woke up like 20 minutes ago.
McLaren have split strategies.
That's why I was late.
Medium compound for Lando Norris.
But the race starts here in... Shoot, lights out here real shortly.
To a certain extent, have first advantage by being out in front when the others pit.
Yes,
it's like we're about to do formation lap right now.
In front of him, put the throttle down and try and build some space. So we've really got to keep an eye on everybody in this race.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel the same way. This is going to be the most stressful day of all time. We got the Formula One World title, and then we're going to find out if Notre Dame makes the playoff in college football.
There's nothing to stop them leaving those cars out if they can bring.
Did you see that post I sent to the group chat, Jared? I said the college football playoff committee is going to add a 13th spot for Jeff Gordon.
Slow the progress of the McLarens if they can get between them at some point with a counter strategy.
Further down the field, it's a soft tire start for Hamilton, Albon, Hulkenberg. That soft tire start.
All right, here we go.
Pay dividends if they
We're at the hour. Formation lap underway.
To the end. Andrea Stella, the McLaren team boss. I said
Final formation lap of 2025.
He said, well, yeah, I was a bit on and off until I realized what the
Piastri starts on the hards, Norris on the mediums, Verstappen on the mediums, Russell, Leclerc. Looks like most of them are starting mediums. There it is. That's what I wanted to see. Tsunoda starting on the hards.
That split tire strategy for McLaren, that is so important.
23 laps on a soft or on a medium, and then 35 on a hard, and then running mediums or hards for 42 and softs for like 16 at the end. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be an interesting race, dude. I hope Can't Go Lando strikes again and he ends up just absolutely choking this initial start. God, I would love to see Can't Go Lando again. Bring Can't Go Lando back.
Can that work? Time will tell, Crofty.
Great to have you with us on the pit wall tonight. Bernie Collins, former head of strategy at Aston Martin, strategy engineer at McLaren before that. She's our eyes and ears on the pit wall. Anthony Davidson in race control and monitoring the on-track action. We're going to get some tonight.
And curiously, this is not, normally it's been in sort of
105 different countries for this race. Damn. Fans from 105 different countries, dude. That's insane.
One through to 4, and that's super high speed, especially turns.
It's crazy that the 75th year anniversary of Formula One comes down to a 3-way driver championship fight. That's crazy. This has been a fantastic F1 season. As much as I'd hate to see Lando Norris win, regardless of how this race goes, one of the greatest comebacks in sports history happened this year with Max Verstappen. At one point, he was over 100 points out of the championship, climbed all the way back into it to have a mathematical chance in the final race. Like this fairy tale movie type stuff. This is a Hollywood film. that we're witnessing in real life.
Sitting there needing to just be in the top 3, start second, got a very fast car, knows what to do, knows the track incredibly well.
All right, here we go.
You would
Verstappen's
think
rolling up.
That should be fairly straightforward. Red Bull have got to make sure it's not.
So, by the time we finish tonight, we'll have completed
Last lap, Lando is about to
1444
win.
Grand Prix
Oh, what's
racing
that?
laps
It's
with a
Kevin the
race
Page.
over a distance of 7,313
It's Kevin the
kilometers.
Page.
Max Verstappen will have been
Oh,
world
man, you know,
champion,
man, you
ladies
know.
and gentlemen,
Can you imagine Kevin LePage? Montoya hits the jet dryer and Kevin
57
LePage just wipes
Can
out
he keep
Lando.
that run going? Well, Lando Norris.
No, Lando's not winning
Take
this
his
race,
first world title.
but
Will offer
I'm sure he's
Piastri
going to
do
finish
the
on the
same
podium, and
and
that's all he has to
become
do to
the
win the
third world
championship. So
champion from Australia. We started
it's
out in
unfortunate. We
Melbourne.
need Russell and
Melbourne
Piastri to beat
celebrates
Lando. We need Lando to finish
Piastri
P4 or worse with a
Glastonbury
Verstappen win.
Festival, for Lando Norris.
Piastri needs to win, and then he needs like Lando to finish
Right at the front of his
6th.
yellow marker line there. Doesn't want to give away
So
any
Piastri's kind of
centimetres.
cooked.
And I think Lando also just moved forward slightly as well. Is right at the front of his start box, and they've got about 10 or 20 degrees of pointing at each other. The two front row sitters.
And then the two
On the
Alpines
front row,
rolling
Max
up the
Verstappen
rear.
and Lando Norris going through their pre-start routine, both being told that they were absolutely spot on. So expect.
All right, here we go.
Away from both. There is the green flag. 5 lights on ahead
1,
of the
2,
drivers. Are you
3,
ready for this, ladies
4,
and gentlemen?
5. Lights out, and away we go.
Verstappen comes right
Verstappen
out.
covers off Lando.
Norris leaves a gap.
Lando got a good start.
Norris
Rip.
trying to jockey his way past, but there is no way past the top 3.
Russell got an absolutely god-awful restart, but Leclerc got a good start. Leclerc's in 4th. Holy cow, can Leclerc be the guy that mixes it up?
That's painful for George Russell there.
Yeah, Russell got an absolutely god-awful start. Oh, look at Leclerc! To the inside of Piastri, you're not going to be able to make it happen, though. But Fernando's hanging in there. Yeah, I think Lando's got the title secured. We got to, well, who knows, man. Maybe freaking Piastri does some crazy shit here and wrecks Lando. Max is backing him up, though. He's playing games already. Leclerc is holding off Alonso with the absolute fight of a saint driving the absolute dump truck that is Ferrari. Here comes Piastri to the outside. Piastri! Got him! We see one more pass. One more pass on Lando. Come on now.
That's a critical move. So
Yes! Come on. One more guy got to get by Lando. Come on, Leclerc. Get your shit together, buddy. Come on, Leclerc. Never been pulling for Leclerc and Ferrari so hard in my life. We need Leclerc to pass Lando, and then it's a world title, man, for Max. Oh, come on, Leclerc. If Russell would have got a good start, man. Yeah, Dallas in the chat. Fuck Leclerc. Oh, we just need Norris to lose one more spot, dude. Just one more. I know it's a long race. There's going to be a lot of strategy. I think the Yuki Tsunoda strategy is going to be interesting. Because he's going into, I think, strategy 7, which is basically full push mode for the entire race. Full burn, everything, full energy load. But he starts on the hard tires, so he's going to be able to probably do this on a one-stop. It's just a matter of can Max keep the field close enough where we could get Tsunoda in the mix here. But then you heard Zach Brown in the pre-race say, oh, well, if the driver title fight looks like it's out of doubt for one driver or the other, we'll have the other driver pull out of the way, basically. Like, what a loser, man. I can't stand McLaren. Fuck McLaren. Come on, Leclerc. Come on, Leclerc. Do the world a favor and just absolutely dive bomb Lando. Just absolutely TKO his ass. Pull an Austin Dillon Richmond, bro. And just absolutely send it.
Let's see what we get next year. But we don't care about next year right now. It's all about this evening. And you would have to say this has not been a great opening 2 laps for Lando Norris.
The race ended now. Lando would win the championship by 1 point? 2 points? Maybe he's fit 25, 15. Be 2 points. God, Russell just sucks, man. What the hell, man? I hyped this guy up as the best B driver in freaking F1. Then the man can't even get a restart. Like, imagine if he'd have got a good restart. He's got a fast enough car. He could have contended with the McLarens. Then he absolutely just shit right down his leg. Nice steaming pile.
Hamilton has been noted for leaving the track and gaining an advantage.
Norris getting a little bit of breathing space behind him now, which he needs, of course. If he finished in this position, he would be the world champion. Long way to go, but it helps McLaren a lot that George Russell, who I think, has got the 4th fastest combo on this racetrack.
I think so too. Just Russell couldn't get a good restart. If he can get by Fernando here, he's got DRS. He needs to get by Fernando. And Hamilton somehow made his way up to P13 in that dump truck of a Ferrari.
Lewis Hamilton gaining on Ollie Behrman in the battle for 12th place.
Leclerc's still in DRS range.
Setting another fastest lap of this race and extending his advantage.
Hoping the orange turds step on their dicks. That's what everybody's hoping. Orange used to be my favorite color, and now I just can't even look at it the same. I can't stand McLaren. I can't stand their fans that have been on the internet for the last 3 months, just absolutely driving me up a wall. I can't stand Zach Brown. What a clown that guy is. All the drivers he's screwed over. We've made so many episodes of podcasts about that. And then Lando. Like, Lando is the lamest dude on planet Earth. And it's not even really that I don't even like Lando. I don't really care. I just can't stand Zach Brown. I can't stand McLaren. That's the biggest problem. Dude, Leclerc is hanging with Norris. He is in DRS range. Leclerc is going to do the world a favor, guys. Come on. Come on, Russell. You got to get by Fernando. There it is. It looks like Leclerc and Russell are going to be our only hopes today. We need Leclerc and Russell to pass Lando. And then even if Piastri pulls off the track, then it wouldn't matter anyway, because Norris would still lose the world title. Come on. Come on, Leclerc. Oh, get him.
Gets really close to the back end of Lando Norris, and Hamilton has made up a place there. And is that
Hamilton up to 12th. Man, what did Ferrari do over the night, bro? Holy cow, dude. These cars were dog shit for the last month and a half. I mean, they were dog shit in qualifying. And then here's Leclerc hanging on to the freaking world champion leader, bro. What is going on with Ferrari today? Holy cow. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Lando's insufferable. Zach Brown needs someone to correct that smug face of his. Oh, I know. Zach Brown is an absolute freaking clown. He's such a he's like one of those human beings that I wouldn't even piss on if he was on fire. Like, he is just such an absolute douchebag. Absolute douchebag. The Dollar General knee pads that he had to obtain to be able to have the job that he has is absolute. Yeah, dude. I'm pulling for Leclerc today for sure, man. Like, he could be the changing factor in this race. It looks like he lost the DRS range though. But Russell's closing into Leclerc, so maybe Leclerc and Russell. Well, I don't know, man. We need Leclerc just to stay in touch with Lando here. And then George Russell's got to tag on to Leclerc. And if they could both get by Lando, whew, that'd be badass. But knowing Ferrari, they'll fuck up the entire strategy, and it's over, you know? Kimi has become my favorite. I love the little dude. I'm a big fan of Kimi Antonelli as well. Yeah, I also like Behrman as well. Behrman is... I talk all the time about Behrman. He like, one week he looks like the best driver on planet Earth. The next week he looks like the worst driver on planet Earth. He goes from like Latifi to like prime Ayrton Senna within week to week. It's crazy. But yeah, I like Behrman a lot too. I like Antonelli.
Put a move on Lando Norris. And look at that, Leclerc also having a look.
I just really want some drama in this race, man.
But Norris seems to have
well, the battle for in the constructor standings right now is between Stake, Aston, and Haas. Haas can secure it if they get both cars in the points. I think Ocon qualified P8. I don't know where he's running now, but Behrman has an opportunity to also get points, so it'll be interesting with that little internal battle. Look at this start by Russell, dude. Just an absolute look at the absolute wheel spin. He was on the clutch way too much there, dude. Come on, man.
You get a bit trigger happy on the throttle, and you double your troubles.
So George Russell started fourth, currently running fifth, was running down in sixth place as still Max Verstappen extending his lead out in front.
Well, the thing that was interesting too is they said that Lando and Piastri, the McLaren garage was split this weekend where they didn't share any information with each other. So they were on completely alternate strategies. I don't know how much I buy into that. I feel like there's a lot of favoritism towards Lando, but Piastri's a better driver. I actually think Piastri's great. He's been so wrong in this race. Oh, 100%. 100%. They McLaren outlawed him for being able to talk to Australian media prior to the World Championship race. Like, come on, dude. Like, the Australian people might burn the McLaren headquarters to the ground with what they did to Daniel Ricciardo and now what they've done to Piastri in this world title fight. It's just absolutely insane.
Might be a cue for Max Verstappen to start just controlling his pace a little bit, but Piastri can go.
It's a long race though. We're only on lap 7. This is a long circuit.
They've kept a couple of hard tires back at McLaren just in case. When he's controlling the race, we'll see what the pace is like then.
Oh, 100%. You're definitely favored. Oh, it's been completely obvious, like from many races this year where they're giving positions up from Piastri to Lando. Like, I think Piastri, if you did the math right, McLaren screwed him out of 13 points this year. 13 points is that's 3-point gap. So like if he was in that position right now, he'd be the world champion over Norris right now where they run.
Norris has been told by his engineer that we suggest using a little bit more of your tires to make this a bit easier. Doesn't look too easy to me just yet.
I think Piastri's on a better strategy with hard tires.
On that Lewis Hamilton issue. As here comes Charles Leclerc once again towards Lando Norris once again.
What did they put in these Ferraris? Are they injecting them with just straight meth? What the hell? I haven't seen this pace out of Ferrari in months. Did Leclerc just wake up and piss excellence this morning? Like, damn, bro. This is the most impressive race I've ever seen. Like, that car is absolute dog shit. I thought they had completely given up on the season, but Leclerc's like, hold my beer, boys. We're going for the world. We're going to fuck up this world title.
Defending fresh air and spending too long defending against Ferrari when it's
they got that MWR jet fuel in there. Yeah, dude. They're just straight injecting it with jet fuel, nitrous oxide. It's more Leclerc than Ferrari. I think 100%, dude. I think it's a lot of it's just Leclerc. I mean, he impressed the hell out of me in qualifying because those cars look unstable, very slow, and Leclerc just put the car on his back and carried it to that P5 starting spot, which was absolutely insane. I honestly thought when this race started, he'd be back in like P7, P8 by now. I didn't think he'd be able to hang on. Except Norris is just blocking Leclerc, like absolutely just blocking him. And this track's so hard to overtake on.
And he'll be on to him. So they want Piastri to pick up the pace so that Lando can pick up his pace and not be in so much dirty air.
That was a good exit there by Lando Norris out of that.
Yeah, I just don't know what Leclerc's going to be able to do. They don't have the straight line speed for one. He's just barely hanging on because of DRS, and they don't have the downforce the McLaren has either. They're like, there's nowhere that the Ferrari car excels at. It's just basically dog shit everywhere. Like, if he loses DRS range, that Ferrari's fading as far back into irrelevance. Yeah, this is not good. And Russell can't even keep up with Leclerc. Hamilton onto the softs. He ran what, 9 laps on the hards? No, he started on mediums. What is Ferrari doing? What is this strategy? Oh, they started on softs. Now they're going to hards. Okay, so they are going reverse of what the secondary strategy was going to be. Okay. Pulling softs off of this for Albon. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Now we're going to see how the hard tires translate here. I know Piastri's on the hards, but
the young rookie finished third after the two McLarens had got disqualified. Antonelli, by the way,
they're saying Piastri, they're telling him that Verstappen's graining on the front tires, which I doubt. I guarantee he's just saving his equipment.
Verstappen's front tyres, I can see them graining. That's impressive from that distance.
He's got the best eyesight in Abu Dhabi this evening. Bernie Collins has got the second best eyesight. She's looking at a laptop.
Well, I've got some data, Crofty. That's definitely helping my eyesight. So what do we think is going to happen now with McLaren's? I think McLaren were not expecting Piastri on that hard tyre to get ahead of Lando Norris on the medium tyre. Piastri should run lower
let's
into the
see.
race on that hard tyre.
10 laps
Does
of
that
58.
mean that they allow Norris to undercut him by stopping
Leclerc's
first
losing
off that medium
DRS.
position?
This is also the last race of DRS. Can you believe that? The soft to hard is interesting. It might work. That's what I'm saying. They've done that with Piastri's on it, and then Tsunoda's on it, which would be the well, never mind. That's the opposite. Albon and Hamilton are on that. So the reverse of that is Piastri and Tsunoda. I think everybody else is going to run mediums and then softs at the very end. Or reverse, go mediums then hards. So, I mean, there's two. You got to either go medium or start on mediums, go hard soft, or you go hard soft, or you go. And most teams can't go medium soft because they don't have more than one set of mediums. I don't know. This can be interesting. It's 3 different strategies.
And not really get involved too much in the games, and that is what's happening so far.
You gotta see how close that Tsunoda can stay in touch with the guys in front of him, but it looks like he's already like 7 seconds back, so it's too far to really make a change. 21-second pit stops. If he can maintain 7 seconds, he goes on a 1-stopper with the hard to soft. There's a chance, dude. Tsunoda might be able to mix it up here later. He's just got to stay within that 20-second interval. To Lando, specifically to Lando. Doesn't matter about Max. To Lando.
Zach, thanks ever so much. We'll be back with you in a little
I
while.
know. I can't stand. I honestly am tone deaf to his voice.
This season is leading and has led each and every one of the 10 racing laps we've had so far tonight. Oscar Piastri is in 2nd place. Lando Norris is in 3rd. That is good enough for Lando Norris to become champion at the end of 50.
Yeah, I just don't think the Ferrari's got anything, and even if they do, they're gonna fuck up their pit stop anyway. We need a slow-ass stop for Norris. An absolutely slow-ass stop.
If he finishes 2nd, Lando Norris has to be 10th or lower, and Max Verstappen has to finish 4th or lower.
We'll see when he slows down if we can see any of this graining.
No, his tires look fine. They're just making it out to be something, dude.
With Piastri sitting there on hard compound tires, that really confines Red Bull in terms of trying to slow the pack down. They've really got. And
yeah, nobody knew who this guy was 2 months ago, Andrea Stella. Until they get disqualified at Vegas. Now that motherfucker's on a pike, getting lined up for the guillotine by every McLaren fan on planet Earth. Nobody knew the hell he was 2 weeks ago.
It was a predetermined plan from McLaren. It's good for Piastri. It gets him up into 2nd place. It only becomes bad if he has to hand the place back to his teammate later in the race.
A dream situation here for McLaren would be Piastri out front if they can do it, and he will be at some point because of the tyres. Norris 3rd. They've got both drivers in a World Championship winning position. Norris would take it, but that gives them an each-way bet to avoid the nightmare for McLaren of Verstappen being the champion.
Well, they were Constructors' champions, of course, back in September in Singapore.
I don't know, man. I just don't see any really. The only one that has a strategy up there that might make a wrinkle in this is the Tsunoda one. But I don't know if he's going to be able to stay within reach on a 1-stopper. Like, that's the only thing that gets me. Like, the first pit stop, sure, he'll be even with them. But then it's like now he's got to maintain that pace over a longer duration on the hard tires and stay within that 21-second range. Unless Leclerc just pulls some magic out of his hat here. Because Russell ain't got shit. Russell's already 2.8 seconds back. Like, what happened? Like, what happened? I thought it was going to be Russell that was going to mix it up with the McLarens, not freaking Leclerc, dude. What the hell, dude? You can never predict this shit.
At the moment, you'd have to say advantage Lewis Hamilton with that pit stop out of the way, and that little sort of interesting aside, isn't it, between Antonelli and Hamilton, the dynamics of
And
that
let's just
quite
shout out to
fascinating.
Bortoletto as well, running P7 in the last race for Salva. Can you imagine if Salva scores points in their very last F1 race, man? That'd be so super awesome.
Scores 2 points and Lewis Hamilton doesn't score any. So interesting, and I think for Lewis Hamilton actually quite important as well to at least.
I'm watching the interval for Hamilton, and it doesn't look like he's really gaining that much. I mean, he's gaining a couple tenths a lap, or every once in a while, but it's not like he's like flying rapidly.
A little bit now with his tires. He's been in close to the back of that McLaren.
I don't know. I don't know if I like that strategy. Antonelli's on the hards to start as well. I didn't even notice that either.
On the longer run, something they couldn't really use last weekend because of that 25 lap limit.
My graining is definitely picking up, says Lando. I hope he gets a puncture. That'd be freaking beautiful. Water bottle gate. Somebody throw a water bottle on the track.
About that grading and how that affects his performance and his traction out of the slow corners.
Sonoda's got to pick his ass up and move forward, dude. Like, what are we doing, bro? We're stuck behind a Haas and a freaking RB buy one, get one free car that you just got replaced by.
Unless they can get Sonoda in and doing some stunning lap times, takes away him as a tool in this race to destabilize McLaren.
Good news for Sonoda is that Isaac Hadjar is just backing things up a little bit here, and that has brought Esteban Ocon into contention in DRS range, and that's going to give Yuki Tsunoda a chance to get a little bit closer as well. What they're telling Tsunoda on the team radio is that opportunities will come, because some of the DRS train is breaking up a little bit, but you're absolutely right, Martin. 16.3 seconds behind his teammate.
Yeah, he's cooked.
Max Verstappen.
Now, Piastri just done a 29.2, just taken 4 tenths out of the lead of Max Verstappen, and we got a 5-second time.
This world title. Look,
Lawson.
it's a Lando championship is what. I'm just trying to mathematically calculate where these strategies are going to lay out. And he's got a 16 to Hamilton, which puts him at 1.5 plus 3.2, 4.7. So that's like 12 point something to Lando. It's going to be close, man. But at the pace that he's rolling, I just don't think he's going to be able to stay within that 21-second range. Even off the one stop to even make a mix-up of this.
The championship midfield battle.
Lost in 5-second time penalty.
And at the moment, Haas not close.
Driving erratically. That's a cooter penalty right there.
In that 7th place in the championship. We're on board then with Esteban Ocon. DRS zone number 2 is there a way past the car in front. Isaac Hadjar.
Hadjar really needs to hold up Ocon enough for Sonoda to get by, and then let Sonoda go. Gotta pull one for the team.
Is lap 15. That's a lap away, isn't it, Crofty?
Yes.
So if you want to make a cup of tea, go and do it now, because I think George Russell might pull the trigger here on a potential undercut with Charles Leclerc. Mercedes team radio.
Box on Russell.
He's in. He's right in front of me. He's right in front.
All right, here we go. This is going to be the biggest gauge of all. Also comes Hadjar. We're going to see what happens here. They're going straight to the hards. And he stalls it, you stupid Brit! What are you doing? What is happening? And then even Hadjar with a 2.6. What are these pit stops?
Needs a massive outlap now to undercut Leclerc.
Yeah, I tell you what he was also doing, and Hadjar and was also trying the same thing. And
Leclerc needs to pit next.
Because Hamilton stopped a few laps ago, and he has got.
Because Hamilton's freaking killing it on the hards right now. We need to get freaking Leclerc on hards right now, and his car's faster than Hamilton's. That's the opportunity. We need Leclerc to pit undercut the McLarens here. Big time undercut. I think Max will be fine where he stands compared to Norris. Piastri's going to be the interesting wild card here because he's on the hards to begin with. Leclerc needs to pit right now before the McLarens. We've seen the pace that Hamilton has on his hards. Hamilton is actually making up a lot of time right now. And he doesn't pit. Why?
down at McLaren.
What is happening with Ferrari? Well, I shouldn't even expect. I should expect the worst with Ferrari. They're dumb.
Against that, I said, would Bortoletto come in? The answer to that is yes. To protect him.
Are you trying to podium or not?
Has stayed out, so no
Exactly. Ferrari's gonna screw it up. I love when Ted Kravitz gets excited. Yeah, me too, dude. I do like Ted Kravitz. I can't really stand Crofty too much anymore because it seems like all he does is dick ride McLaren. I mean, Kravitz is kind of bad at that too, but not as bad as he used to be. Well, he has his moments. Yeah, I did like that pit exit as well.
Pit exit, isn't it? Wow, you're doing 150 miles an hour before you get.
Oh, with the tunnel going under. Yeah, it's one of the best pit exits in the I agree.
It gives us choices.
I think the run down to turn 5 is like one of the coolest like scenes in all of motorsports. I just love the view going down into turn 5. Oh, badass.
Even 2 laps over clear. They need 4 to 5 seconds. What do you think, Bernie?
Yeah, I totally agree, Martin. I was just looking at that.
I love playing like the old F1 games and just diving into turn 5 and just wiping out half the field. Or parking the bus on everybody. So much fun.
Right, they're waiting at McLaren for that. Lando Norris could see the crew out in the.
Leclerc's gonna follow Lando in.
Norris is coming
Why?
in to make his first and possibly only stop of this race, and Charles Leclerc is also coming
Come
in.
on, fuck it up. Fuck it up.
And that won't affect Norris's exit as McLaren do a super job in servicing 4 tires and getting him back out again. 2.5 seconds.
2.1 on Leclerc on Norris, dude. 2.5 for Ferrari. It just doesn't make sense, man. How can everybody just be this bad? Like, well, Lando's gonna be in traffic now.
The Mercedes you saw through turn 1 was Kimi Antonelli, so it's down in 9th place now for Lando Norris. Antonelli and Sainz.
Can they back Lando up?
Oscar, do you think we can do plan A? Thoughts on plan A? I think it's doable for now.
I know exactly what plan A is. They're gonna go as far as they can on them hards and then pit for the softs at the end.
Not good news for Lando Norris. They've all got DRS, but unless they can get past Liam Lawson, who's running 5th, then they all stay in that stationary position.
I guess they had to react.
This is good because if Lando gets stuck behind this train and Yuki can somehow get this on a 1-stop compared to the 2-stop for Lando, man, there's a chance. Dude, can you imagine if Antonelli takes Lando out, bro? That he would be my hero forever.
All the while here, Lando Norris is going to be losing time to his championship rivals, Max Verstappen.
And Leclerc is still trying to get by freaking, or Russell's still trying to get by Leclerc here. Even on the undercut, he still couldn't undercut Leclerc, dude. Like, come on, dude. Ferrari and Mercedes are just in an absolute perpetual cycle of just misery and failure beyond remark. Antonelli, you got to become an absolute menace. You fucked up last week. Redeem yourself this week.
That's not moving under brake. I don't know what it is. Literally, as I brake, we move.
I can't wait for the day George Russell joins us in the commentary box, Martin. He has got so many opinions down the inside. Goes
Jesus.
On Kimi Antonelli. That's a move.
That was just impressive.
So there's one gone.
I'm not going to lie, that was impressive.
Antonelli's got the DRS, though, because the detection point's on the exit of the corner. Norris will have to watch out for him coming back at him, and he survives that moment. So now he moves on, and he should have a chance of getting past this Williams down the next.
Damn it, man. Kimi just, come on, man.
Has now got past Liam Lawson and has moved up into 5th. Here comes Lando Norris on the Williams of Carlos Sainz. Great friends for me.
We still have Lawson up there. And if we know anything about Liam Lawson, dude, that dude is a plow. You remember what he did at Monaco, where he just had the whole field basically lapped in that race? If he can make that thing wide, make it wide, make it real wide.
And an unorthodox place, unless you're 20.
And Stroll's in front of Lando too. We know what Stroll is capable of.
But he made it stick with those tires.
He certainly did. Lawson is back ahead of Stroll as they swap places, and coming up behind Lance Stroll now is Lando Norris. Bernie Collins on the pit wall, down to you.
Yeah, so this is it, Crofty. This is the most dangerous bit of the race for Lando Norris's championship position, because coming through this traffic can and often does be the thing that causes a safety car. These overtakes that need to be made. In a safety car now, Verstappen and
Oh, a safety car right now would be the greatest gift to mankind, bro. I didn't even think about the safety car. Like, so many other things going on in my head. Come on, Stroll, make it wide. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Come on, Stroll, do a Stroll thing. Oh my God, he got them both. Why is everybody just not racing Lando? Like, this is ridiculous, dude. It feels like they're just giving it to him. Like freaking Lawson didn't even make a single move to defend. He just gave it to him. Yes, come on, Lawson. Come on, Lawson.
He's got the grip to do it. And off he goes. So as
damn it,
was pointing out, next stop, Yuki Tsunoda, Max Verstappen's teammate. But to be honest, the pace he's got, and with those tyres, Tsunoda, I don't think, as long as he's playing reasonable, will have a prayer of keeping that McLaren behind him for half a lap.
And people might be asking at the moment, and as good as this is from Lando Norris, he is losing time as Ocon now pits to Verstappen and Piastri lap by lap. They might be saying, well, why did McLaren pit him when they did? Now, they were covering George Russell.
Yeah.
It's fine as long as Lando Norris stays ahead of George Russell, because that should protect that third place when all this pans out.
Look at Leclerc, dude. I mean, just absolutely piloting this dump truck like it's the fastest car on the grid. It's unbelievable.
In third place, but they had to pit then to cover off George Russell.
Come on, Leclerc. You got to get by frickin' Alonso. Come on, Leclerc. Come on, Leclerc. Stay up in touch to frickin' Lando, man. Get by them both. Yes, good job, Hadjar or Lawson. Let him by. Let's go. Freaking Lawson playing the Red Bull teamwork, man. I love it. He just said, screw it. This ain't our race. Let's let him have it. Leclerc can just stay attached to Norris somehow, some way. And if Tsunoda, dude, Tsunoda on the hard tires right now, if he could just back up the bus on Norris, hit at the same time as Lando, get a better stop, and then park the bus on him again at the end with the better preferred tires, there's a chance we can get a freaking P4 out of Norris for a world title for Mag. This race is gonna get wild. And we're not even a third. Well, we're what, a third of the way almost. 21, 40, yeah, I guess we are a little over a third of the way.
This race is panning out. Now, the next blockage for Lando could be a blockage, might not be a blockage, we shall see. Will be Yuki Tsunoda, who started on the hard tyre for this very...
I hope Yuki just parks in front of Lando. Just absolutely parks it.
To try and hold up Lando Norris at some stage, because Norris was always going to pit by starting on the medium tyre ahead of the Red Bull driver starting on the hard tyre. There's Yuki, there's Lando. Give it a couple of laps and we'll see just how far behind he is, and then we'll see how quick he can make a move.
Okay, we expect Norris to be your DRS within one lap, or you can when he catches.
Yes, sir. Tell him. Come on, Yuki. Channel your inner ancestry and be an absolute bonsai missile, man. I agree. Every time Lando gets near someone, they all bend over and give their best Riley Reid impressions. Yeah. Everybody's getting abused like a Mia Khalifa in a corn film.
Is going to be the thorn in the side of McLaren tonight in this World Championship.
And look at George Russell go too. Past Stroll, past Lawson. Lawson and Stroll having their own little battle here, and George Russell's there to pick up the pieces.
Oh my goodness, man. We need Tsunoda to be an absolute menace to society. He says, I know what to do, so leave me alone. I'm going to channel my inner ancestry, and I'm going to become the best Japanese person of all time.
That put Charles Leclerc right on his tail, but you're not allowed to weave. You're not allowed to block per se. Of course, this is for position, so there are no blue flags involved here. And Yuki Tsunoda, who is...
If you could back him up just enough where Leclerc can make a lunge at Norris, man. Oh, that'd be so badass. 1.5. He's got to get Leclerc in that freaking DRS range.
So Tsunoda will have all the right corners.
Well, Tsunoda's going to lap 42. He's got another 20 laps in the set of tires. Man. I know what to do. Kamikaze. Yeah, kamikaze.
George Russell making a couple of overtakes at 1:30.0. The gap between Norris and Leclerc, not much.
He needs to Hiroshima Nagasaki his ass.
Charles Leclerc right behind the quiet car as into turn 9 they go.
Now he's found some grip. Leclerc is absolutely flying, but this is where Tsunoda can hurt Norris in terms of just through these slow corners.
Well, even with Piastri and Verstappen, if they both pitted right now, they still would have the advantage over Norris because it would be 21 seconds on a pit stop.
Norris ought to have.
He's like, what, 27 seconds back. So Lando, best he could do today, it feels like it's going to be P3. Which is good because he only has to lose one spot.
He has got the battery at his disposal. He's got the override button, as it were.
Gotta get, yeah, they're telling him, you gotta get Leclerc closer to Norris. Got to get him closer.
We're bordering on the edge of unsporting behavior here. Right on the edge of it.
Oh, shut up. See, that's the Kravitz shit I can't stand. Oh, they're being a little unsporty. Is it unsporty to give up a position to your teammate after your own car has a freaking terrible pit stop? Fuck this unsportman type bullshit. It's fucking racing. We're racing here. Oh, it's over. Tsunoda ain't got shit. Well, that's a rip. I think it's a world title.
We're going to have to look at that because was he all four wheels off the track? He was because he was pushed off the track. But
oh, bullshit! It was pushed off the track, bro!
We'll check that out.
Damn, dude. The amount of absolute Lando and McLaren mouth opening, knee appendage shoving into your throat bullshit I fucking hear is pissing me off. Like, come on, man. Everybody's just shield for fucking McLaren and Lando Norris, man. It's so fucking... Dude, Max Verstappen. Exactly, dude. Tsunoda made one move to block. The same move, by the way, that Lando pulled on Max in Vegas and didn't get a penalty for it either.
See how this tire recovers.
What have you got for us, Oscar? Try and build a gap, please, say McLaren. 23 laps led by Max Verstappen tonight. It means he's led more laps than any other driver this season.
Okay, you have to watch it. As long as he doesn't double move, it's fine. He makes one move.
Did he go all four wheels off the track? Was he forced all four wheels off the track?
No, he didn't.
Keep a bit of tire on the white line.
Yeah, he did. That was a clean pass.
You're only allowed to move once. That's absolutely clear in the race. You cannot weave like that. That is absolutely against the regulations. He was.
Oh, he did.
Off the track.
He was.
People will say, well, of course he was, because he was literally. We had a guy weaving all over. You absolutely cannot do what Tsunoda just did.
Which might be the defense to
it's noted between Norris. Hopefully they both get a penalty. Fuck it. They should both get a penalty. Norris passed below the line and Tsunoda double moved. Both get a fucking penalty in my book. Both get a 5-seconder. So as long as Leclerc can stay within 5 seconds, it's P4 for Norris. Fuck him.
Oscar Piastri out in the lead. Max Verstappen.
Fuck Zach Brown. Get this clown off my screen, man. Every damn week we gotta watch him for 20, 30 seconds a race, man.
World champion if it stays that way.
So Red Bull will be saying he overtook off the track. They'll be pushing this hard now. And I'm sure McLaren will be fighting back hard on it as well, and the stewards will have to be firm on all of that. So here we go then, we're back with it's now Piastri, Verstappen, Norris. Leclerc is still close enough to spoil Norris's race, life, in terms of Norris having to get into the top three.
We'll put it this way, Yuki Tsunoda has now been passed by Charles Leclerc. I don't think he made Charles Leclerc fight quite as hard as he made Lando.
I think the biggest disappointment in this race so far has been George Russell. Like, what an absolute tool that guy is, man. Every time I brag on him, he does some stupid shit, man. There's a reason they call him Osama bin Russell. God, man. What a troll.
Still be around first or second. This is Charles Leclerc passing Yuki Tsunoda. Yeah, Yuki Tsunoda kept well over to the right-hand side there, didn't he?
Well, his steering wheel appeared to be.
He kept over to the right side, didn't he? His car's moving to the left. God damn, man. The amount of dick riding these fuckers do for McLaren is just annoying, man.
For forcing another driver off the
God damn, dude.
That might be a 5-second penalty.
That would be a relief to McLaren that that they're not looking at a pass off the track. That would be brutally unfair because of the.
It'd be brutally unfair.
Let's see.
No, it'd be brutally unfair is if Lando Norris wins his fucking world title. That'd be brutally fucking unfair.
The two incidents have both been noted. So
yes, right.
Forcing another driver off the track is now under investigation.
How many points he's gained off of fucking unsporting conduct code that you fucking tried to put up towards Red Bull? Fuck off that bullshit, man.
Have happened without the other, so to speak. Either way, while that's going on, Charles Leclerc is now the fastest man on the track.
Leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Under investigation. Come on, FIA. Come on. You're French. Don't be shills for the British fucking nationality.
We want him to be kept in touch with what's going on in the stewards' room.
Yeah, he can't give the place back, of course, because...
Remember all the fucking wars you lost to them,
so,
Brits?
I can't
Get your redemption right now. Right here.
Somebody else off the track and then penalize that person.
Yeah, he went off the track on his own accord. Yes, he did.
The throttle works both ways. You should have slowed
I think they
down,
both should get a penalty. Both get 5 seconds.
A couple of 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, we get that he forced you off the track. You didn't have to overtake him. And like I say, sometimes two wrongs don't make a right. This time
Exactly. 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah.
Penalize his ass.
Let's see what the stewards do, but let's see what they do. So Lawson's got he served his 5-second penalty now, has Liam Lawson, for driving erratically.
I suppose if you go back to Austin last year with the
God, Leclerc is just absolutely driving his ass off, bro. Look at him. It was, what, 2.8 seconds? It's down to 1.8 now, dude. Leclerc is putting on a drive, man. Leclerc is the star course in this race, man. He's the guy that's going to fuck it up for Lando, man. Dude, the racing gods just know this has to go to Max. Just fastest lap for Leclerc. Fucking come on, Leclerc. Come on, Leclerc. Be a fucking man.
Fourth and Piastri can't win the world championship. The only tool they've got left in their toolbox then is for Piastri to give up the victory and fall back to 4th place.
Yeah, which is a scenario.
Come on, bench. You know what to do. You know what you want to do. Yes. Yes.
And one that Zach Brown, I'm sure, has been discussing, and Zach Brown and Andrea Stella making it clear to both drivers that they go into this race to serve themselves and the best interests of the team.
So we're going to have to pit Piastri soon anyway, because he's perilously close to falling, being undercut.
This pace is mega well done. Oh, dude, this is the best pace I've seen out of Ferrari in months.
Well done indeed. So McLaren are going to have to get...
Leclerc is driving the race of his fucking life right now, and I love it.
Protect against the undercut.
Ted, down to you.
Yeah, I've just been, while you've been talking about Lando being pushed off by Yuki, I've just been looking at Piastri's lap times. Martin, you're absolutely spot on. The mechanics not going out into the McLaren pit lane yet. It's a little bit early. They'd like to get it into the 30s. Bear in mind that Oscar will go onto the medium, so will be quicker, but this hard tyre is good. Remember, people were quite keen to get off the medium because of it was graining earlier. So they're stuck between a rock and a hard place here. Leave it a lap or two, and then Leclerc will be past Piastri when he pits. Quick decision to be made now down at McLaren.
Right, Fernando Alonso here on Kimi Antonelli.
Oh, what an overtake. Oh, that might be a penalty as well, though.
That's him moving up into 9th place.
Nope.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Oh, yeah.
There's another car that was nearly off the racetrack.
Yeah, I don't know. That looks off, man.
Luckily at high speed, they can tend to flick
If
off
they
a little
give
bit.
Fernando a penalty but not Lando, then you know this shit's rigged.
Look at how fast and how determined Charles Leclerc is to spoil everybody's night. And why shouldn't he? Good for him.
Absolutely. Is there a podium on for Charles Leclerc this evening? So far in 2025, he's picked up 7 podiums, got an 8th becoming his way.
Lewis Hamilton with 2 warnings for track limits. You're allowed 3. The 4th one, you'll get a black and white flag.
George Russell is right now on the tail of Yuki Tsunoda. No way past at turn 9. Bernie, down to you.
Yeah, just a quick one, Crofty. So we are seeing Piastri has now been undercut by Lando Norris. So are they on 2 different strategies? Are Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc on a 2-stop strategy from that early stop Piastri has now done 29 laps on this hard
Oh,
tire.
dude, that'd be beautiful
Norris is
if Leclerc
expected
was
to
on a
go
one-stop
well
somehow,
over
some
that
way.
if he
Made it to
continues
the
on
end.
just this stint and doesn't stop again.
Bait Norris into
That's
pitting
what
and then
to
just
watch,
never
because
pit.
They have now allowed Norris to undercut Piastri, so is he playing still a longer game than the Leclerc and Norris potentially? Just watch out that they might be on a
And
two-stop.
Bernie, you know the secrets to the cabinet of strategies, the filing cabinet of strategies at Ferrari. Charles
Yeah,
Leclerc's been
Leclerc's
told
kind of
plan
leveled
C.
out now
What
about
could
that
plan
2-second
C be
mark.
this evening?
1.8
Well,
to
I
2
think that might
seconds.
be it.
I just
think
don't know.
They believe they've got another medium to put on. They could put another medium on and attempt the undercut on Norris. Norris has another hard tire to go to, so a different.
I don't think
entire
Russell's going to be able to get by
strategy. They wouldn't
Sonoda
stop
here.
again for both of those. But is Leclerc close enough?
What a
with
joke
good enough
McLaren
pace
or
to
Mercedes
protect
is,
the
man. What an
undercut
absolute
on
fucking
Lando
joke.
Norris and force him to do
The
another
one
stop?
weekend we needed them to actually pull their heads out of their ass, Antonelli gets the worst car of all time in qualifying. He bitched about it in all the free practices, never fixed it. And then Russell actually qualifies good, but then he fucks up the start. And then has no time. Time penalty for Yuki, 5 seconds.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. You're allowed one move.
Now what about Lando?
If you come back towards the braking zone, you've got to give them a car's width.
There's no way they're going to penalize Lando. There's no fucking way they are going to penalize Lando.
But what are they going to say about Lando Norris?
I'll tell you what they're going to say. Nothing to say. Leaving the track and gaining an advantage.
Yep,
No
there it is.
taken.
There it is.
There is
Yeah, the fix is in. The fix is in.
Too much momentum to back off a little bit. Wasn't his fault that he overtook.
The fix is in.
Yeah.
That is absolute fucking bullshit.
Can't tolerate driving like that and then penalise the guy that's, been nearly run into it 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That is
don't think
bullshit.
There will be many arguing against.
There was plenty of room for Lando to pass on the track cleanly. He decided to go underneath the fucking painted line on his own accord. That is bullshit.
I would imagine there was a bit of conversation between the pit wall and race control. Give us your version of how it went and what you thought of the decision.
I think it was clearly the right decision. And,
Of course,
it was
fucking Zach Brown with. I
dangerous
can't
and
fucking stand this guy.
unnecessary maneuver.
He has such a
What did you
fucking
think of
punchable
the radio
face.
calls from Red Bull,
Such a
back giving
punchable
him
face.
Details of the gaps behind Lando, and you know what you've got to do. How do you feel about that?
Well, this is a team sport, so I'm not surprised that your second car is going to help out. But I think there's got to be a limit. But they're not driving the car, so you got to put that one on Yuki for, in my opinion, going over the line. It was a dangerous maneuver, but yeah, we're all good now.
And to the end of this race then, Lando Norris is maybe going to be under pressure from Charles Leclerc. Can you go to the end of the race on a one-stop, or are you looking at a two-stop race here?
I think all options are on the table at the moment.
Diplomatic, Zach. I love it. Thanks ever so much. Black and white flag shown to Kimi Antonelli
Wow.
and to Lewis Hamilton for exceeding track limits. One more. And
This race is
5-second
just not
penalty
played
going
out
their
great.
way, and Pierre Gasly's way, and Nico Hulkenberg's way.
Yeah, dude, this is
So
absolutely
track limits. It is
ridiculous.
very windy out there tonight.
And the trouble is, if you have a scuffle,
And you
at the
just,
throttle,
and you never,
you're
and
just
you,
going
and then you think like,
to
oh,
avoid an accident.
it's
That's
not
the
rigged.
track limits in
FIA
Europe.
doesn't play
So
any, pull any
you start
strings.
getting
They just
5-second
did.
penalties.
Like that was the
But,
biggest fucking FU
Norris will
you could have
be
been given.
That pesky Ferrari in his mirrors that will not let him relax this evening. But so, Piastri, if he's one stopping, plan A, we assume. I'm sure they change those around so they don't give too much away. But Piastri's now been undercut by Verstappen, Norris, and Leclerc.
And we'll have fresher tyres though,
Yeah.
the medium tyres as well to the end of this race. Ocon gets past Hulkenberg.
Verstappen, fastest lap.
Fastest lap of the race.
I can't believe how
We gotta
bad
give him a
Mercedes
5-second
flopped this
penalty
race
for
with
moving
Russell.
Twice on a defense of Norris. We've got a penalty for moving twice in defense to Norris. Head down.
Was that twice or was that actually 4 times?
He's doing his best impression of a slalom skier.
Yeah.
And I'm amazed.
The amount
Racing
of
thought that was
absolute
okay,
dick
to
riding.
be honest, but well,
Yeah,
there you go.
FIA in
To the
third
moment.
place. Facts.
Hamilton
Absolute facts.
pitting for a Ferrari.
And there's nothing Tsunoda can do now from here to be able to change the outcome of this race. I mean, it's cooked. Our only hope is Lando fucks it up, or Leclerc somehow pulls out an absolute magic out of his hat and somehow passes Norris. But even then, it's not safe because Zach Brown has clearly said that if it comes down to it, they're going to pull Piastri out of the way so Lando can win the world title.
Just 5 seconds behind Verstappen. Leclerc 7.9. So those three, when
it's over.
Pits,
I mean, it's over. Max did a valiant effort to fight back. It's just there's nothing you can do. Should have been a 5-second penalty for Norris.
And speed.
Just is what it is.
So that's going to be fascinating. There's going to be some overtaking going on in the final part of the Grand Prix. But all Charles Leclerc's got to do now, with George Russell 12.1 behind Leclerc, all Norris has got to do is stay ahead of that Ferrari. That's now job number one. The only job Norris has really got this evening.
Verstappen's pace, though, is really good on these hard compound tyres. I know he's only been running them for 9 laps, 7 laps more than
Verstappen. Another fast lap. Dude, Verstappen's just the best. He's just the best. The only way that Lando can win the championship in the best car in the grid this year is by his team favoring him for points, and then just stupid shit like we just saw with the FIA. Completely just not.
Because there's a 5-second penalty for Yuki Tsunoda before someone says now.
That is just some of the most freaking pansy-ass titty baby bullshit I've seen, man.
Given that he was stationary for 5 seconds.
And they had to get him away because Antonelli was
honestly, that made me lose interest. I'm not gonna lie. It's not over though. Anything can happen. We could get a random safety car here. We could have an engine failure. We could have a bad pit stop. We could have anything can happen. It's racing, dude. Anything can happen.
Only Lance Stroll in this race.
It's just looking grimmer and grimmer as it goes.
Safety car now would be absolute manna from heaven.
Man, Leclerc is falling off a cliff. There's the Red Bull I've come to know. Or I mean the Ferrari.
If Oscar Piastri doesn't win the World Championship tonight, I'm absolutely certain he will win at least one World Championship. He's got an age on his side. He's so fast. He's so good. Got a calm head as well. So he's driving beautifully. But at the moment, the points are against him. Ted, what can you tell us?
Interesting radio message to Max Verstappen. Just picking up what you're saying on the safety car, is that because he's been driving so quickly, if there's a safety car now, he'll still beat Piastri out of the pits, and that is crucial. So, yeah, up until that point, Piastri, had there been a safety car, had an 11-second gap on Max
we got
Verstappen.
25 laps to go.
Another Williams in the...
This FIA went bonehead of the lead. I mean, that might be the only option this week, to be honest. I think you could nominate Mercedes for flopping this weekend.
Down the pit lane, a little bit of movement now at McLaren, so I don't think it's going to be long before we have a Piastri stop.
Keep talking about safety cars. We haven't had one here tonight. We haven't had a yellow flag yet either. A bit like Suzuka earlier in the season, where Max Verstappen won from pole position. No DNFs, no yellow flags, no safety cars. All 20.
I'm hoping that somehow, some way, Leclerc just doesn't hit again, and Norris does. And then Piastri somehow is close enough to Max where he could battle for the win, and they don't, and he just doesn't pull over. And somehow Lando finishes towards the end. A guy can dream. A guy can dream. Taking a lot of L's lately. I think I need one dub. Come on, man.
Saving in turn 3, half your tire saving in turn 3. In other words, go faster.
Does that indicate that he will be coming in again? I wonder, and certainly with his teammate having to pit.
And Lando doing a great job compared to Leclerc.
Yeah, fuck Lando.
Pit soon and go on a 2, in which case we cover him the next lap.
Yeah, so Piastri has to come in. Leclerc might have to, because he has dropped back a little bit in recent laps.
Yeah, because Norris is 4.4 seconds ahead of Leclerc. Now, if you gain a couple of seconds with some fresh tyres and a great outlap, you need that 2.4 he would have then fat, if you like, a little bit of time to spare just in case it's a slightly clunky stop or whatever, you don't want to come out of the pits and be immediately under pressure by a driver whose tyres are fully warmed up. So what that is basically saying is we're protecting third place, Lando.
Yeah, at the moment, Oscar Piastri as well. When
Yeah, Lando's going to do whatever Leclerc does. So if Leclerc pits, he'll pit right after. And if it doesn't look like Leclerc's going to pit, then he won't pit. There's just, yeah, it's just, there's really no option here. Lando's going to win the world title, barring any random crazy shit.
One is a third place for Norris, and the other is Oscar Piastri if he can't win the world championship. And we'll see what happens in the, well, we've still got, what have we got? 23 laps to go, including this one.
Piastri just 7 seconds ahead now of Max Verstappen. The hard, rather than medium start can work well here, and we'll still need to see how this plays out and how it pans out towards the end. He will have much faster tyres.
Leclerc 5.1 back now. It's just so far back.
You've got to start closing down a little bit. Penalty served for Yuki Tsunoda. We've just had that confirmed. Lewis Hamilton now on Franco Colapinto. Hamilton having pitted twice in this race, back on the mediums, or on the mediums for the first time, I should say, getting that move done.
Yeah, got a lot of grip, hasn't he? So Albon's been noted for speeding in the pit lane, which is rather like a
if only Kimi Antonelli would have got let Lando by last lap of last week's race, man.
In fact, Williams have been
so
very
unfortunate.
anonymous, haven't they, in this race, one way and another.
Given the season they have had, absolutely, it's been a brilliant season for Williams.
How's this tyre now? Yeah, it's starting to get a bit worse now. Okay.
I'm not surprised as Hamilton gets past Pierre Gasly and now up into 14th.
Unbelievably calm inside. It's like he's just got out of bed, isn't it? And you know, do you want a cup of tea? Yeah, I'll have a cup of tea. So it means his heart rate's where it needs to be. Means
I think, yeah, FIA bonehead of the week for sure. Followed by Mercedes, and they're just dog shit fucking race.
Obviously, see that little yellow snout of the Red Bull in his mirrors, and he's got to do a pit stop.
So Williams' brilliant season, 5th is theirs in the construction.
And then bonehead to the broadcasters, because they've just been absolutely dick riding, slobbing all over the knob of McLaren and Lando Norris's race.
Tonight, his teammate Carlos Sainz has
like impartial broadcast, my ass. You know who they want to see win.
Absolutely sensational for him. He goes into this race 9 points behind Alex Albon, but he's not scoring at the moment.
So he's finally got a comfort zone, Lando Norris. He's 5.4 ahead of Charles Leclerc, so they can react. He'll only pit if Leclerc pits. And he's also now clear of Russell with a pit stop, so he wouldn't even have to repass George Russell. So finally then, just a little bit of breathing space for Lando Norris, and clearly thinking soon about, so Piastri's now only 5 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen. And I don't expect a lot of weaving when he catches him.
Anthony Davidson at Sky Race Control.
Max Verstappen, fast lap again.
Yeah, he just came in just a little bit too hot, Crofty. Came around the final corner, ducked into the pit lane, got a bit crossed up on the exit of the final corner as he dived into the pits, and then locked up big time. The rear axle locked up, and I think that's where I think he's going to get.
Bortoletto still in the points in Sauber's final race.
We'll see. Thank you very much, and Esteban Ocon chasing down Gabriel Bortoletto at the moment. It's the points. He's under investigation, Albon, now by the stewards. These points for the midfield teams very, very important indeed.
Ocon and Behrman both in the points, dude. They might be able to edge. Well, no, we got Stroll and Alonso in the points too, so never mind. Aston's probably going to get that spot.
Than those of both Norris and Leclerc. So we're seeing Piastri now, bearing in mind that he started obviously with full tanks of fuel. We're seeing Piastri having got to lap 38 with a set of tyres. So that means that that's the sort of range that Norris has got to do 42 laps on his set of tyres if he's going to
5-second penalty, Alex Albon speeding on pit lane.
As I say,
that sucks.
Those to the end.
What a fall apart for Albon's season. Now he's running P last.
Last lap, Lando Norris only a tenth and a half slower than Max Verstappen as well, which is a pretty decent lap for him. And looking at where the cars are on the track,
Ocon by Bortoletto.
in the way, the gap now down to about 3 and a bit seconds between Piastri
And he's right there behind Alonso too, so there's a chance Ocon can get another one.
Of tyre at the top of the blankets in that McLaren garage. Carries on like this, they probably put the soft tyres on, but I dare say they won't want to be doing that on Piastri. But they're giving him a job to do, aren't they? In terms of his chances of winning the World Championship. He is very much relying on some misfortune from here on in for both Max Verstappen and Lando Norris.
Yeah, what Tsunoda should have done to slow Norris down, where he could have backed him right up in all underneath the hotel and through the last few corners and all the way down to turn 5.
Yeah.
He could have cost Lando 2 or 3 seconds like that, because he was always going to get past down the next straight.
Here's Lewis Hamilton. With his,
Hamilton is putting a race together too.
Isaac Hadjar, who's running down in 14th. He really got caught out by a few cars undercutting around him. And that is Esteban Ocon on Gabriel Bortoletto going round the outside. And very neat from both drivers. Plenty of space there.
We haven't actually seen any contact whatsoever, have we?
We've had no contact, no yellow flags.
Max, another fastest lap. I don't think Max is going to pit again. I think he's going to go to the end on these. Leclerc into pit lane.
Under 2 seconds as Leclerc comes in, Ted.
Oh.
Collins was right. She's always right, Crofty. It is a 2-stop for Charles Leclerc, but this puts McLaren in a really tricky situation. They were about to pit Oscar Piastri. Surely that decision has to be shelved now. They need to react right now with Lando Norris, and the stop has to be perfect. This is really tricky. They've got to rejiggle everything here at McLaren now.
Well,
they got to rejiggle everything.
Got enough room on the track, Martin, to double stack should they wish to.
Yes, they have, although McLaren have had a habit of that second stop being a little bit lumpy if they're under pressure earlier on in the season. But also, Norris with a 6.7 second advantage over Leclerc could actually do 2 more laps.
Russell's not close enough to be able to even overtake
Lando
here.
has been told to box. Now, Oscar Piastri might wanted to have come in, actually, and pitted first. He's got Max Verstappen now right on his tail, but Lando is going to come in first to cover off that potential undercut from Charles Leclerc. So Piastri continues on his way.
Why didn't they double stack McLaren? Like, the amount of favoritism towards Lando is fucking insane to me.
Commentary box to make his pit stop now is Lando Norris. This is his final pit stop, or should be, of this 2025 season, which, as it stands, will see him become world champion. The hard tyres going back on again, another neat stop with no problems whatsoever.
Still fast.
And there is Lando Norris making
And Leclerc ain't even rounding the final corner yet.
Down the pit straight, we're looking at that final corner. Can't even see George Russell and Charles Leclerc coming round that final corner. Norris will get out ahead of them. Here comes Max Verstappen and Oscar Piastri, and makes the pass at turn 6. So Piastri loses the lead of this race. He hasn't stopped yet. He's got a job on his hands, and Lando Norris, they've covered off the Charles Leclerc undercut, and he's on his way to a championship at the moment. Yeah,
and no shenanigans there from Oscar Piastri. A 2.4, lovely stop from McLaren. Ted's down there.
Yeah, and they lost that 0.3 of a second on the right rear. It was a little bit slow going on, but they rejiggled successfully, Martin, and now they've rejiggled again, and Oscar Piastri is coming out. I can see the Pirelli tyres with the yellow sidewalls. So this is Piastri, and he's going to have to get his overtaking hat on with the little cork bits coming down. Team radio?
No, it just says box.
Oh, box. Yeah, so he's going to have to overtake if he wants anything to say in the second half. So here he comes in, and they'll be after a 2.1 second stop again. And yeah, hits his mark perfectly, and he's away. And there are some claps from the McLaren crew. Job done from them for the season. Great job.
Best stop.
And Piastri will be very pleased to get rid of those tyres. He was struggling to get through underneath the hotel there on the way into the pits. What can he do now? Who can he catch? Who can he get past? Who does he need to catch, indeed?
Well, he'll come out, there we go, ahead of Lando Norris. There's Piastri back out into this race where he left the race after he was overtaken by Max Verstappen in second place. So Verstappen first, Piastri second, Norris third. There's the championship battle. As it stands, Lando Norris will be the 35th different world champion in the 75 years of the Formula One World Championship, and he's got another 16.
And Leclerc can't get by Russell.
On board now with Hamilton chasing Hulkenberg down the back straight, and we'll just watch this one pan out.
This is Leclerc, on George Russell. This is full position. Leclerc.
There it is. Leclerc by Russell. Now can Leclerc catch Lando? It's not going to happen. It's a pipe dream.
Because Hamilton is also gaining on Hulkenberg too. So Verstappen, Piastri, Norris, Leclerc, Russell now the top.
So Lando went hards and
I don't want to be giving up too much time. We want to see whether we can chase down Verstappen here.
Well, why not? Because there might be a win on the cards. You never know. Bernie Collins, down to you.
Yeah, so that was very, very close with Piastri there, because he lost position to Verstappen during what was his in-lap, because he delayed due to let Lando Norris stop first. That was very close to actually being undercut by Lando Norris, and because of that time loss now, Verstappen actually has a free pit stop, a full free pit loss. So if there's any risk that those 19-lap hard tyres can't make the end of the race, they have an option to stop him. And he's very safe under safety cars. So let's just keep an eye on Verstappen over the next few laps. What will they do? Will they cover?
I don't see why you'd hit Verstappen. You got a 24-second gap. Even if those tires fall off a cliff, bro, I still think you win. Leclerc, fast lap.
Is faster than Lando Norris, who is on the hard tyre.
4.9.
Leclerc is on the medium tyre. If Leclerc can get Lando Norris and Norris is down in fourth, Max Verstappen wins the title. And then there might need to be a call from the pit wall. This is Lewis Hamilton behind Nico.
If I was Piastri, I would fucking tell him to fuck off, dude. If they told me to move out of the way to give Lando the title, I'd
a much better getaway and doesn't even need the slipstream to get past.
Yeah, and you're right. So having got that comfort blanket, comfort zone a little bit, Lando Norris, now the rate that Leclerc's catching him, he is going to be a problem yet again, looming into the mirrors. And George Russell quite slow out there at the moment with his one-stop scenario, and so he's out of contention. So the biggest problem they've got is McLaren in terms of their World Championship, but they still have another tool in their toolbox of Oscar Piastri if he can't win the World Championship.
Over to you, Anthony.
The last message to Max Verstappen
after this team.
He's going to need to be 1.5 seconds quicker than you every lap. I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, I wouldn't hit Max. I think Max can make the last 15 laps instead of tires.
Leaving Max Verstappen out there. The big question is,
if anybody could do it, it's dude, Leclerc, another fast lap, bro. 4.5 second gap, dude. Oh my god. He needs to gain like what, 0.3 of a second per lap. Oh, I don't know if he can do it. Eventually, those tires are gonna
start to back up the pack and close it all together to try and negate that tool in the armory that McLaren might use by asking their drivers to swap around.
That's the only, yeah. Right now, that's the only tool that Red Bull have got left, isn't it? Now, because without doubt, McLaren would put Piastri behind Norris. They made that clear earlier on in the week. I don't think Oscar would fight that, because what goes around comes around, and he'll know that he might get that advantage down the road. So,
yeah, bullshit, dude. Get that advantage down the road. How many times have they fucked you this season off of that bullshit, man? That's why you didn't win the world title, because of that. Why would you give in now?
What's the picture in front? How do I win this race?
So Verstappen is on your pit stop window. He's doing 27.9.
And this is where McLaren need Oscar Piastri's pace as well, because they need to make sure Verstappen hasn't got a free pit stop to Oscar Piastri.
Yeah, so Norris has just done his fastest lap of the race, 26.8, found some pace, 26.7 Piastri on his fresh tyres, 27.8 Verstappen. Verstappen may have just passed Pierre Gasly on that lap, hence the lower time. Yes, interesting. So Piastri a second. I'm kind of imagining Max Verstappen's crash helmet, that message, I would imagine thinking, well, good luck with that, being a second half lap faster than me. But Piastri is straight into the 126s.
Yeah, so as soon as that gap gets down to about 21 seconds between Verstappen and Piastri, Verstappen's locked in to his strategy. And I'm not seeing any movement in the pit lane.
No, Verstappen's going to the end on these tires. There's no way he's pitting.
Verstappen is just making his way
I don't think there's any need to pit.
The gap is coming down. At the end of the next lap, it might be crunch time to see if Verstappen does come in, and then that 22 seconds gap disappears between Verstappen and Piastri, and then he's very much controlling the race. And what he will be hoping to do is keep Piastri behind him, slow the pace down, allow Norris to catch up, Leclerc to catch up, Russell to catch up too. It's a tall order, but if you're trying to win a world championship, it's what he's got to do now, because it's the last throw of the dice time.
Yeah, George is 2 seconds a lap off the pace at the moment. So
4.2. Leclerc's just not closing on Norris
enough.
enough. He just said the fast lap again, but
there's always a risk in a pit stop. You know,
he's got to gain half a second a lap from this point
or something like that. So you got to think how hard that Ferrari's hitting the ground. What's that all about? He was running a little bit wide through there, it must be said. But yeah, the Ferrari extremely low.
So if Verstappen pits now, that will be the gap between Max Verstappen and Oscar Piastri. He's got
Piastri.
He can keep Piastri out.
These guys are so dumb. They're not going to pit Verstappen. What's the point?
If they were going to do that, they would already have done it.
Yeah, McLaren's not, or Piastri's not going to close to Verstappen fast enough. And plus, it'd be stupid to do that because it'd be advantageous to give Piastri false hope to win, or maybe he doesn't want to give that spot up to Norris if Leclerc somehow gets to Lando. Like, there's, I don't know, man. These people are just retarded. 3.7.
He won't care. He's a lap down, and he's only got his teammate Franco Colapinto.
Come on, Leclerc.
Last place in the Constructors' Championship, and Renault are going to bow out as an engine supplier with the last place, which is a real shame for Renault. 771 Grand Prix, 178 wins. They've been brilliant over the years, and well, they're going out with a whimper, which I suppose for an engine manufacturer is probably better than going out with a bang.
You could say that. In fact, you did say that. Lewis Hamilton's got a great chance here of 7th place from 16th start. It's a long, 6th with Fernando Alonso. He'll be right up with Fernando Alonso. Actually pretty soon. So Lewis Hamilton then looking at a P6 at the moment.
Yeah, on his two-stop strategy. Norris and Leclerc also running a two-stop strategy in this race. They could be battling it out for that 3rd place.
Leclerc's too far back. He's just not going to be able to make up that gap.
4th, and Max Verstappen wins. That is enough to give Max Verstappen the world title. Expect a bit of a swap, maybe on the last lap, if that's the case.
Fairly equal pace, Max, between them. Last lap was a couple of tenths quicker, but nothing drastic.
Right, gap now is 20 seconds. So Max has not got that pit stop window, has he?
No, he hasn't. As I said, they had to do that pretty much straight away if they were going to play that game. But it's dawning on Max now, as he's busy driving a Formula 1 car at incredible speed and thinking about the rest of the race. It's dawning on him now that Leclerc is his only chance.
What a boring finish. I know. For a second there, it looked like Leclerc had something, but it just faded. He's just equaled. I knew it was a matter of time before those medium tires just kind of faded. Maybe able to have the longevity.
Between the two of them, Max Verstappen's hopes.
I mean, honestly, you could blame George Russell for this world title.
It seems that Norris
what the hell was Russell?
The hard tire will
what was Mercedes
for longer than the medium
what a
tire,
joke.
which will be faster.
Of all people, it was the Ferrari that made it interesting here.
And as we saw in the first
what
stint,
the
didn't we? That eventually
yeah,
Ferrari
make this shit
just
up.
started to drop off the pace of Lando Norris's McLaren. And for the first time then, car number 1, Max Verstappen, a track limits warning.
Shows you how hard he's pushing.
It does. You have to say the championship contenders have driven immaculately, haven't they? No surprise in that, but they really have.
1,457.
Did Sonoda let him do Sonoda things? Yeah. The channel is inner ancestry.
here this evening. It is looking that way. Kimi Antonelli on Isaac Hadjar, Verstappen's teammate at Red Bull for next season.
That would be
puts
nice.
Kimi Antonelli up into 13th place. Nico Rosberg is on duty this evening and has popped into the commentary box for all the fun.
I mean, the beginning of the race played out basically in a perfect storm for Verstappen. It just didn't end that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was quite an exciting race all the way through, but Lando has done a fantastic job. He's done exactly everything that he needed to do. Really brilliant drive so far.
And Charles Leclerc doesn't seem to have that pace and the longevity of that pace. So, Nico, he's breathing way more easily, Lando Norris, than you were in 2016 at this stage. What is going through Lando Norris's mind?
Yeah, but he had the stress at the beginning of the race.
Yeah.
That was extremely stressful and very uncomfortable. And now, yes, he's in a much better place, and so it's looking very, very good.
Yeah, when he came out of the pits and saw so much traffic in front of him, it would have been a horror story for him. And he sliced through those like a hot knife through butter. But it's about now.
Well, they had to go off the track to do it. Imagine if they got that 5-second penalty, what this race would look like right now.
You think, oh, is the car okay? You start.
Max would be world champion if the FIA didn't fucking play favorites.
Yeah, absolutely, because not too long ago that his car broke down in Zandvoort, you know. So now he's really like praying, please just hold on for these 8 more laps.
And what did you make of Yuki Tsunoda? He got a 5-second penalty. Could you see it coming where he made it really, really tough?
First of all, that was a nightmare moment for Lando. That was like the worst moment. But yeah, Tsunoda tried to make it tough and just went over the edge there and was a bit too extreme, so the penalty was fair.
We see Lance Stroll getting past Isaac Hadjar. Stroll has now pitted, which is why he's down in 14th. Charles Leclerc then trying to get back at Lando Norris. It's not happening. Oscar Piastri has driven as good a race as he can tonight on a counter strategy, and it might just fall a little bit short.
Well, quite a lot short. I was expecting him to be a little bit quicker now towards the end when comparing to Max Verstappen, but I think Max is also just driving so brilliantly again. He's really rapid again today.
Thank you very much, Nico. You can go back next door.
That was it?
That was it. We just wanted to get your thoughts as our 2016 world champion.
Why would you kick out Nico Rosberg out of the booth? He's a fucking F1 champion legend. Send Liam into the barriers and bring out the safety car. Yeah.
After this race.
Have Yuki do it. Fuck it. He ain't racing there next year anyway. He's a reserve driver, so fuck
Lap 50 there, Martin, of 58. And whilst Max Verstappen is preparing for win number 71 in his career, and 2 wins for Max Verstappen, make that 3.
There was a perfect storm there for a little while where it looked like Max had it, but it just wasn't meant to be.
From this season that I can take into
just all the little things that kind of needed to go his way just never really unfolded. And again, like I say, put the blame on fucking Mercedes. This was the race that they matched up. Like in practice and qualifying, Russell was fast. They get to race day and they can't even fucking get themselves out of their own shadow. And honestly, props to Leclerc. I mean, yeah, he kind of didn't get it done and shake it up and ruin Leclerc or Norris championship, but he's driving a Ferrari SF25, the worst race car on planet Earth, and he's somehow been able to maintain like a 4-second gap to Lando. Imagine that 5-second penalty right now for Lando. 5-second penalty he didn't get. He's P4. He loses the championship.
What are your thoughts on soft?
Just it comes back to the FIA kind of fucking this whole deal up.
I mean, I think a softer would be better. It's just, safety car gets delayed or something that becomes the issue.
And they're talking safety car situation, of course. They're not talking about a random stop, because that would put him behind Charles Leclerc, a long way behind Charles Leclerc.
Could even put him behind George Russell if the stop was a little bit too slow as well. Here's Nico Hülkenberg in his 250th Grand Prix start. Third German driver to reach
Ferrari is AC confirmed. Yeah, dude. Facts. Ferrari is dog shit. Dog shit. And the funny thing is all these Ferrari fans over the next 2 months or the next, well, what do they have? The off-season testing for the next regs come out, or about 2 weeks from today. So they're going to go out there they're going to look at the one fast lap that the Ferrari does with the new regs, and all these Ferrari fans are going to hype themselves up for the next 2 months, 3 months before the new season starts, about how they're going to win the world title, the 18 Grammys, 14 World Cups, the Oscars, a Nobel Peace Prize, and a fucking pat on the back and an alien fucking Martian medal or some bullshit, dude. And they're winning every goddamn Grand Prix, the World Championship, everything. And then the season will start, and they'll be back to dog shit confirmed.
Fernando Alonso's just done his personal best.
And the Ferrari fans just can't
of the race, and
they can't understand.
Giving him a little bit of a comfort zone of Ocon and Hamilton very close behind him.
Yeah, if Hamilton could get Ocon, he could well get Fernando Alonso here. If Mercedes want to say goodbye to the ground effect, I'm sure Lewis Hamilton does too. 91 Grand Prix have taken place.
Next year's going to be interesting.
Era, make that
and a Pulitzer Prize, yeah.
Wins and one pole only for Lewis Hamilton. In that ground effect era, we changed the regulations for next season, and it looks like there's a changing of the number 1 too. There he is, car number 4, currently starting lap 54, lap 53 of this race. And next year, if it stays this way, Lando Norris could have car number 1 on that papaya McLaren.
At this pace, he'll be catching Oscar Piastri in the closing laps. He's now in the 26s, comfortably the fastest driver.
Those medium tires are fucking good for a while, and then they are just dog shit after that. Dude, if Hamilton gets up to P6 from P16 is incredible, man. This is a great weekend for Ferrari. I mean, that SF25 is going to end their season on an absolute high with a Leclerc P4 and a Hamilton potential P6 here. Crazy.
And, 8 title deciders in the history of the Formula One World Championship, featuring 3 or more, or more than 2 drivers in contention for that title. Only once in the past has the driver leading.
If only Kimi Antonelli could have just freaking finished P3 last week and stayed in front of, or P4, stayed in front of, or fucking numbnuts Norris.
For Lando Norris, and well, a man who hails from Glastonbury, where they like a festival or two. I think it's a fallow year next year with no Glastonbury festival. They could have Londonbury, couldn't
well,
they?
5 laps to go. It looks cooked.
For their world champion. Maybe I've just hit on an idea there. You never know. Across the line, he goes, and the trophy is there, almost within touching distance. There's round about 12 miles to go.
It's been tense, hasn't it? I'm not sure it's been exciting, but it's been incredibly tense all the way through.
I mean, it was exciting the first 25, 28 laps before that, when that first pit cycle happened. It was entertaining. Just never, ever, nothing ever panned out in a situation where it looked like Max had the title.
Looking at the back of his teammate, Bernie has more.
It's unfortunate. He's gonna come up 2 points short from being 120 points back at one point this season. That's crazy.
5 to go, and that was a few laps ago, so there was more laps than that available. It was just 5 to go at a safety car restart. That's what they were talking about, and that's a big decision on the McLaren pit wall. Do they give up the P3 position and end up behind Leclerc? He would be behind Leclerc if there was a safety car now, if Leclerc stayed out. So that's a big decision on the McLaren pit wall. Towards the end of the next few laps, they'll close that safety car window because it likely wouldn't restart. But obviously we've got precedents here before of needing to make the right decision under a safety car at this stage of the race.
There's not going to be a safety car. Don't get my freaking hopes.
Big call.
The only way it happened is if Tsunoda took one for the team and just decided to end his full-time F1 duties with a freaking DNF.
It must be said, though, we haven't had a safety car or a virtual safety car here for the last 4 years. It's about to be 5 by the looks of it.
Quite happy if it stays that way. Right, Lance Stroll on Carlos Sainz, who was trying to get.
They're gonna put Leclerc or Norris in front of Piastri anyway, so it ain't gonna really matter. It's gonna be what, add 3 more points. It'll be a 5-point gap.
Behind Gabriel Bortoleto, pointless at the last 8 Grand Prix weekends.
Or no, it'll be 3 more. Or yeah, 3 more.
There is Oscar Piastri. There is Lando Norris. 3rd on the road, number 1 in the championship, on his way to the title. If you're just joining us, it's not been the most comfortable of nights for Lando Norris, but it is going to end in one big party in a few laps' time.
Is he struggling with Brady?
For Oscar, it's more the rears.
For Charles Leclerc, it is 2, which is why he's dropped back.
Yeah, that's Lando shaping up there, isn't he?
Well, those medium tires just fall off a cliff. I like the call by Leclerc to do it. That was really his only chance for a podium.
Leclerc now 8 seconds behind Norris.
But I can't believe how bad Mercedes was in this race. I just can't believe it. It looked like Russell had the best car all weekend. And through FP1, FP2, FP3, even shit qualifying, he was the fastest car until the final Q3 session. And then he gets in this race and they have no pace. They're slower than Ferrari. How embarrassing is that? Slower than the Ferrari. Oh my God, couldn't even, he pulls his can't go Lando out. Like, come on, man. Russell is an absolute, I'm gonna have to take back every bit of what I said about him being the best B driver in Formula 1. Absolute fraud. He's a fraud.
We're going to set a record here in Abu Dhabi tonight for the most consecutive wins from pole at a single track. It'll be 11 years, or 11 races and 11 poles that have gone on to win that Grand Prix. Oscar Piastri is going to settle in second place tonight, having led the championship for longer than any other driver this season, but the championship has got away from him in the last 6 or so races.
No, the championship got stolen away from him. Correct that, Crocky.
The strategy didn't work out. He'll come back and he'll learn from this year, and he'll mount a fresh challenge for next year, I'm sure. And Lando Norris will carry the big smile away from Abu Dhabi as the world champion. Anna Damas has got the checkered flag in her hands, Martin Brundle, waiting to wave it for our top 3 here. And it's going to end up with what we were saying going into this race. It's Lando Norris's to lose, and at the moment he's not going to lose that, and it's all going to end okay for him.
Commentator's curse, Crofty.
Doesn't exist, Martin.
Doesn't exist. I wish.
Still quite a long way to go. There's a lot of pistons to go up and down, and crankshafts to go round and round. Let's see him.
What a song! What a lyric! A lot of pistons go up and down. Crankshafts to go round and round.
On that one, behind Norris, Charles Leclerc and fourth, George Russell running fifth.
I'm gonna have to do a little fucking short on that, like mixtape that.
Ahead of Hamilton, keeping Hamilton at bay. We've dropped back a little bit now. Behrman is currently 9th, double points finish for the Haas team, and Lance Stroll making a double points finish for Aston Martin. We're on lap 57 of 58.
There's a lot of pistons to go up and down. A lot of crankshafts to go round and round.
Back so much from Oscar now. He's been told, I think they realised he was having a bit too much fun in catching
Kravitz is such a clown, bro. I love it.
It's his rear tyres going away on those mediums. So, yeah, they're trying to calm him down. Say, look, don't push. There's nothing to prove. Just back out of it. And also, you're locking the rears too much into turn 6.
I'm going to close the poll so nobody jumps in here and votes last.
We all know how fast you are. There's no need to be pushing like this right now. So that's why he's falling back.
1,457 days, Max Verstappen has been world champion. He starts his final lap, Martin Brundle, and this will be...
Well, Verstappen's going to end with 8 wins this season. Imagine if his season just would have been better in the freaking middle part, you know?
And hasn't he driven brilliantly this year
so unfortunate.
and tonight, but it's not going to be quite enough. Too many races in the middle of the year where they weren't competitive enough. But has he ever put that right? As you say, this will be his 3rd victory in 3 weekends. Consecutively, he's done everything he could tonight, but McLaren had him covered.
McLaren didn't have him covered. What are you talking about? He kicked their ass. He freaking took him to the woodshed and freaking old yellered him, belt to ass. He dominated him. He was just too many points back. What are you talking about? McLaren had him covered. What an absolute moron. Poetry, says. Beautiful poetry. I'm gonna have to write a poem about that shit.
Like you say, Martin, he's done everything he can tonight to try and keep his grasp on.
Well, Verstappen's gonna win, come up 2 points short of the world title to Lando Norris. Unbelievable. Unless Lando just completely breaks right now.
Max Verstappen on top in the race tonight. Oscar Piastri led the championship for longer than
nope,
any
it's
other
over.
driver this season.
Lando did it.
For second place, and that title challenge faltered. Papaya rules in 2025. Lando Norris crosses the line, and for the first time in his racing career, he is Formula One champion of the world.
Brilliant. Congratulations to Lando Norris. It's just 2 World Championship points that he wins by, but it doesn't matter. It's enough. And wow, that was a very intense 50.
What a great comeback by Verstappen, though.
They got it done.
The absolute
That's his mum.
comeback of a lifetime. Movie Hollywood style, man. Just to come up 2 points short in the final race.
Remember in Qatar last week when Kimi
Unbelievable.
Antonelli struggled, hadn't got the grip, went off the track, Lando overtook him right at the end, and I said, how crucial could those 2 points be? They might just have been so crucial. Lando Norris got a world championship. Wowzers.
Yeah, you can go back, as we did in our pre-show, go back through the season and see half a dozen moments for all 3 of them that could have turned this on its head for their own world championships. But that's all just talk. That's all just hearsay, isn't it?
Well,
what matters is what the final tally was.
I sense a bit of tension
depression.
from you now.
Verstappen did all he could, dude. Verstappen did. I mean, one of the greatest comebacks in sporting history, dude. But just as all, like, feels like all great underdog, like, comeback Cinderella stories. The glass slipper didn't fit in the final moments, man. Just came up just short, dude.
What a mate.
Oh.
So proud.
So
Lando,
unfortunate.
this is Zach from McLaren.
Oh, fuck you, Zach.
Hotline.
I'm muting it. I can't listen to Zach. He's a fucking clown. Alright, well, this is fun, guys. Oh, man. It was a good race. It was a good race. Lando did what he needed to do. Navigated traffic. Got a little help from the FIA. Still wouldn't have mattered even with the 5-second penalty in there because he cleared Leclerc anyway. But I don't know what would have changed if he would have actually got that 5-second penalty. Like maybe the pit stop with the 5-second, having to assess it under the pit stop, and then maybe they don't pit at the end there. What happens then? Does Leclerc make that gap up? I don't think so. Who knows though? I don't know. Interesting season. Probably one of the best F1 seasons of all time. Came down to a 3-way driver fight for the world title. Max Verstappen, the greatest almost comeback in the history of sporting history. Oscar Piastri got screwed out of a world title. Rest in peace to the Australian people. Hopefully they don't burn that fucker to the ground tonight. And then I guess can't go Lando and Zach Brown's little puppet. They get the championship. Oh, fucking look at Zach Brown, dude. What a fucking clown this guy is, man. Well, I'm glad I came in to join you guys this morning, but fuck McLaren. So stupid. Not even a Max fan, but I was rooting for him so hard. I know, dude. Same. I'm not like a Max fan. Like I can see that he is the greatest driver on planet Earth. Maybe there's a case to be made for an Alex Palou. There's a case to be made maybe in 10 years for an Oscar Piastri, or for Connor Zillage, but I just wanted to see the comeback of a lifetime. I just wanted to see it. I pull from sword. I fucking hate McLaren. I can't stand Zach Brown. I fucking hate Papaya. I fucking hate Lando. I hate the femcells on the internet. I hate them all. And I'm going to be staying off of X for a day or two because it's going to be toxic. Shout out to Leclerc, by the way. I feel like he deserves one more good shout out. Unbelievable. Put that freaking thing on his back. Where did Salba finish? Last race for Salba. I didn't even see if Bortoleto did claim the points or not. No, I think it was Behrman that got the last points. So I think Bortoleto got screwed out of it. Dang it, that kind of sucks. I wanted to see them score points in their finale. But anyway, Dallas, thanks for joining. It was fun. Jared, entertaining us in the chat, like always. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed this watch party, we'll be doing more of them. We got lots of awesome podcast stuff coming up over these next few months. Maybe this upcoming week or maybe next week, we'll be doing a Formula One driver grade for 2025. We'll rank every driver's season, put it up to the chopping block, give you our honest and true and the only opinion that matters of their season. If you guys want to follow us for more great content, we're streaming over there on Kick as well. Thanks to all of our Kick audience. Thanks for tuning in. Follow us on all of our social media platforms. All those are in the top of the screen for you guys to go follow, as well as links in the description below. Also, down below is a link to our Discord, the best race community on the internet, the best Discord on the internet, by the way. Everything motorsports related, all the world motorsports, rumors, memes, drama. We've even got fan reaction pages because we see you guys on the internet. We love it when you guys post in there. It's always an entertaining time. And also, we love when you guys have your own content to share and interact with us as well. That's always fun. And then also, if you guys want to support the boys, there's a link to the description below to our merch store where you can buy you some Dega Boy swag, like the hat I'm wearing tonight. If you want to support the Mac Electric Racing Team efforts into 2025 or into 2026, we really appreciate you guys' support. Thanks again. Make sure you guys hit the bell notification icon to stay up to date with everything happening on the channel. Hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. Get this video out there on the algorithms. Maybe people can watch my live reaction and interact with that as well. We'll be back on Tuesday. So hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we will catch y'all in the next one.